dark days. Been a road.
Man, it's a special day today, man. I got my man Unique Mecca Audio down here in D.C., nation's capital, man. All the way from Harlem, man.
Big shout out Antone White, came down for the big party, man. Welcome home, big brother Eric, you know, the whole nine.
Man,
you know?
Tone, you know, go without saying, man. My little brother, man. You did your thing. Parties off the hook. You brought D.C., Baltimore, New York, man. Sprinkle a little L.A. in there, man. You had PG County, man. You did your thing, man. So you already know, man. That go without saying. You did what you say you're gonna do, man. So, man, much love, man. And you know you about to come on this couch, man. As soon as you put some time in that schedule, man.
All right.
So I'll hit you, man. But love, man, love. Man, Unique, man. We see you all over the place, man. We see you on every major network, man. We see you all on all the top podcasts. Before we touch on that, man, give DC, the world, a brief of your upcoming, man. How you got in trouble, you know. Give us a short synopsis of that.
I came from Jamaica at 7, man, to escape the political wars, and you know, it was like, you know, coming up here, it was a whole new experience coming from the islands to over here, so y'all understand. And you know, coming up here, you know, we went to Jersey first, and you know, then Brooklyn, you know, because a lot of my family members was out there, and you know, the Bronx and Manhattan, and you know, we just traveled anywhere there was a dollar, we was going. And you know, I got caught up, you know, and wound up getting into the crack era, selling a whole lot of crack, you know what I mean, just doing what I do. And you know, I wound up doing 26 years in federal prison. I used to be down here in D.C. from back in like 88, you know what I mean? End of 87, 88. Me and my brother, rest in peace, you know, Peter. But, you know, we came down here back then, lost a lot of good men down here that was coming. They ain't come down here with us, but they came down here, you know, independently, like we came down independently, and it was shaking and baking down here, man. And
it's the murder capital there.
I mean, D.C. is a place. At that time, it was the murder capital of the United States for like 3 years straight. But D.C. is someplace that you have to respect. You have to respect. And, you know, I got my Unique Mecca Audio podcast, and I do my prison stories, and, you know, I make sure, you know, I give D.C. they props because they was there for me. You know what I mean?
And you do, man. And I got to applaud you for that, man. But you experienced it. So you ain't just talking from out your rectum. You know what I'm saying? You experienced both sides, right? But let me ask you on that. Coming from New York, and it's, you know, with some history there, did you get any kickback from they feeling like, man, you know, you showed them a little too much love, or you showed love? Or they
they can't do that. Listen, man, listen. Like I said, me a Jamaican. You know what I mean? I said me a Jamaican. So, you know, just so y'all know, me a Jamaican, so I'm go anywhere. You know what I mean? Jamaica is the smallest island, but we known worldwide. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, I was in Virginia. Virginia get love. You understand? I was in Miami. You know what I mean? I started the Miami, you know, music and the strippers and all that in New York. So, I mean, I give everybody props because I was everywhere and I'm from everywhere. You understand? And I'm respected, you know, and I respect where I go. And in D.C., Virginia, North Carolina, Miami, Atlanta, the whole East Coast, Baltimore, Philly, you know, everybody gets their respect.
Well, let me ask you, is it true that, because I was a few Jamaican friends, I was locked up Oakdale, Louisiana, and they had, you know, deporting people back to their, you know, their regular country. So I was told that when Jamaicans come into America, whatever you doing, getting some money, whatever, they say if you don't really send back and play fair with the money and food and all that, if you get deported back, they gonna deal with you, or is that just talk?
I don't know about it. They ain't dealing with you. I mean, bottom line is, it's like this, man. Like even when, you know, I'm related to Marcus Garvey. Even Marcus Garvey was up here. He came up here, he did his thing, and then when he got deported broke. You understand what I'm saying? And the people just wasn't there for him because he was broke, and they was broke. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not like, you know, it's an obligation, you know what I mean? But it is an obligation in your heart. The same way, you know, you make money, you break bread with your homies. You know what I mean? So if you got homies back in Jamaica, we send the barrels back with all the American food and cosmetics and clothes and toys for the kids, and we just break bread, period. But if you come up here, you make a bag of money and you go back, and you wasn't sending nothing back,
Right.
of course you're not going to get no love.
Right.
But
Okay.
you could also send things back, go back broke, and still don't get no love because
Okay.
they're already broke, so they looking for somebody that could do something for them.
Okay.
You know what it is, a dog-eat-dog world.
Okay.
You know?
And you was down here in D.C. for a while, you know, before you went in. What was some of the areas you was in down here in D.C.?
I was in Southeast, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's my main stomping ground, but you know, I love Southeast. Like I said, I was raised in Brooklyn.
Right.
And Southeast was like little Brooklyn back in the day.
Right, yeah,
You know what I mean? I
yeah.
used to, you know, be over in Simple City, Eastgate.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know, I used to
over
love to
there.
go to the what's that joint? Eastgate.
Yeah, Eastgate,
Yeah.
it's Crover Simple City, the other side.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the club.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Went over
You
there.
talking about East Side.
East Side.
Right,
There you
yeah,
go.
okay.
The club,
Okay,
East Side. You used to go to
okay.
Mirage. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Crystals. You know, I mean,
yeah.
I love my go-go. I don't know how go-go never really, you know, blew up on the
Right.
musical scene
Yeah.
like country music and hip-hop.
Yeah, because go-go is kind of infant. They start a band and don't stop till an hour and a half, so they never broke it up properly in an hour. They end up doing that, selling hours and all that, but it's an unstopped band. You might dance for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the last 20, 25 years, 20 years, they started trying to do it that type of way. You know what I'm saying? But but go-go, that's our music, man. And you definitely, the places you name, so you definitely with some Washingtonians, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
And
you know,
all that, man. Yeah.
Marlboro Pike, over there in Maryland. What's that? Iverson Mall. We used to go
Right,
get
yeah.
the tapes.
Okay.
You know, the junkyard and all that. Get the tapes, bring them back to New York, bring them down to Miami.
Right,
You know, come
right.
on, man. I mean, you know, listen, Miami was its own world. You go down there, you had that what they call that Miami bass,
Right.
that down bottom
Right,
music.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
You know, you go to Virginia, they was big on Tupac and the Tupacalypse and all that. You know, you come to DC, then you had the go-go.
Right,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Then you go to Maryland, and then, you know, of course, you had the Frankie Beverly and Mays and the more laid back because, you know, everybody know, you know, Baltimore and all that, they was dressers. The females had the best hairdos. No one never said this yet, so I'm giving you this first on your joint.
Right,
Back
yeah.
in the day, you know what I mean? Baltimore, you know what I mean?
Baltimore or D.C.?
No, I'm talking about Baltimore.
Okay, all right,
Nah,
okay,
we don't always give DC
yeah,
the
okay.
props,
I'm
man.
just saying,
We ain't gonna always.
cause
We just had a joint about New York and
But
DC.
go ahead, though.
You know what I mean?
Baltimore our homie,
We
so
we talk
we'll
about
share it,
Baltimore
we'll share that,
women
we'll share
had
that.
the best hairstyles back in the day.
Yeah, okay.
Anybody challenge me on that?
Hey,
Baltimore women had the
tell you,
best
hey,
hairstyle.
Hey, I love my Baltimore sisters, but the DC girls, they gonna tackle you when they see you about that right there, man.
Now listen, man, listen. New York girls might want to tackle me,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna keep it real. I was hustling down in Baltimore too.
Right,
Like I
yeah,
said,
yeah,
wherever there was
yeah,
money, I was
yeah,
there coming out
God.
Jamaica.
Right, yeah.
But I used to go down to Baltimore.
Right.
You meet a bad chick.
Right.
She got the crazy hairdo
Right.
with the lip gloss and the colored lipstick.
Right.
You take it to the hotel.
Right.
You only could get a doggy style.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
So
can't
she
mess
ain't
it-
gonna lay
you
down
can't
and
mess
mess
her
that
hair-
hair
you
up.
can't mess her hair up.
You know what I'm gonna pay for that joint in the morning. They don't care if you paying for it or not.
Right,
You ain't.
right.
They not laying their head on
Right.
the pillow because they don't spend 3 hours and a couple of hundred getting their hairdo done.
Right.
Big shout out to the Baltimore girls for the
Right,
hairdo.
yeah.
Just like the men, they used to wear the Dotsons and
Right.
you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
you know, and that's
Yeah.
what Baltimore is known for.
Right, yeah.
That grown man shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just.
I got a lot of good men in Baltimore, man. I got love for Baltimore, man.
You know, big
Definitely,
shout out to Rudy
definitely,
Williams,
definitely
man.
shout
My
out,
man
yeah.
Carlos, you
Yeah.
know, Wild Out that came
Right.
last night. We got
Right.
men down there, Flip, you know,
Right.
AZ. We got peoples down there, you know.
Out the park, niggas know me. Curtbone, little homie. All days, yeah. Been a road, yeah.
Look, man, make sure y'all log on to Curtbone TV. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Share it with a friend. I'm going to keep on bringing y'all interesting content, interesting interviews. I'm going to even let y'all think of topics to give me that we can talk about. I'm going to start going live. But what I need y'all to do is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications, share it with a friend. Remember, Curtbone TV.